Yeah, what it do? What it do? What it do? It's just talk show. Y'all know how we do. We got another Sunday night episode going on. We got all the people in the house, the usual suspects. This is me, MJ. We got SG. We got CJ. We got Spider. We got AJ. And we got Ziggy. And we'll probably have a couple more people join us tonight. What's up to the fellas? What's up, y'all? Y'all good?
Yo, yo, yo.
What it
Say
do?
peace to the world, man. You know what I'm saying? What everybody, what's up with everybody? Just talk show. Again.
Yeah, that's what up. Hey, what up? Yeah, so we got a good lineup tonight on the topics, y'all. We talk about we gonna of course we got a recap on the election coverage. And then hey man, let me get y'all to mute your mic if you're not talking right now. Appreciate it. But yeah, of course we're gonna recap on the election coverage, and we're gonna also talk about what we got going on in our hometown, man. We got some stuff going on with our mayor and I think a city councilman or something like that with an indictment and all kind of little scandalous stuff going on, man. There's some corruption like what we see on the screen there, federal corruption probe going into our city, and also we were gonna cover sports a little bit, and then maybe also talk about the Simpsons with their conspiracy theories and how some of them actually come true or not. We'll see. But yeah, I guess we can start it off, fellas, by y'all wanna talk about their election coverage. I think we need to recap on it, man. Of course, Trump won in a landslide victory, as they say. And most of it is because he got the popular vote, and he also got the electoral college. As we know, swing states and whatnot, it dictates what you get on the electoral college votes. And I think he ended up with like 295 to like 226. I could be a little off on those numbers, but of course, he reached that magic number 270. And so, of course, as I was saying on a couple of our other election shows, I was leaning to the right. Glad Trump got that victory because of a whole host of things. My biggest thing, like I said, was immigration. Making sure our borders secure, and of course the economy, stuff like that. But I'll let the fellas go ahead and speak on it. I don't want to speak too much as the host. I'm gonna let the fellas speak on it. SG, you got the flow, man. If you want to talk, man, about the election, or my guy CJ, whichever one of you guys want to go first.
I just want to say all praises to our glorious leader Trump. I'm so excited that he's no, I'm just
Oh
playing.
my God.
I'm not now. I'll be aside, man.
OMG.
Like I said, man, the man was too big to rig, man. I thought they was gonna cheat him. You know what I'm saying? I just knew they were gonna cheat him, but
Man, y'all
I
don't
was
know
just
which
watching
way
him.
y'all was some of the most. You thought they were gonna cheat him, but then you talking about he too big to rig. It just whatever the situation go, y'all just jump on the wagon and roll with it.
It was too big to read. The man won in an
Okay, then
overwhelming victory, man. He
if
won
he was so big to
all the
rig,
swing states.
why you worried about him being cheated then? If he's so big to rig,
Well, I'm pretty sure they would have cheated if they could have, but it was too big to rig. It was overwhelming victory. I mean, if you look at the map, let me see if I can bring this up. This man, but he almost turned the whole country red, man. Only places that's blue is like cities like Los Angeles and New York almost turned red, and Austin and stuff like that. Other than that, the whole country overwhelmingly spoke and voted for this man in, man. I mean, he won all the swing states. It came in that it finally came in that he won Arizona. So, and then I heard that they had lawyers in place this time. They paid them. They had like over 500 lawyers at the poll sites in the swing states to monitor the votes to see if anybody was going to try to cheat. So they got ahead of the situation this time. And then he was too big to rig, man. I mean, if it was close, like I said on the last podcast, man, they would have brought out some immigrants and they would have took a shit and ate a cat and he would have lost. But I'll go ahead and let you respond, Spider.
Yeah, go ahead, Spider, if you got something to say to that, man. Talking about eating cats. That was a pretty funny moment in the debate when he said that. I found it funny. I don't know about nobody else.
I gotta agree with Skinner man on that, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just uh I feel like if they were gonna try to rig it this time, the public or the government wasn't gonna be ready for the outcome of a you know what I'm saying, it probably could have been a big riot, you know what I'm saying? It was already a small one at the Capitol. Ain't no telling what would have went on behind the scenes if they had approved that it was rigged and you know what I'm saying, or you know what I'm saying, the people want to make their voice heard this time. You know what I'm saying? We don't care about no electoral votes. We want all the popular votes. If the popular votes don't get what we want in there, then we feel like we're gonna have to overthrow the government because they not doing what we asking them to do. They doing what they want to do, and that's a dictatorship all day every day.
Right, right.
So the people want to be dictated. I know one thing. The people, I know they dumb. They people are like sheep. This country is a country of people full of sheep. I was talking to somebody and they brought up an important fact. This man went to the he was able to go to the poll and vote for himself. But now we got all these convicted felons who they won't even let vote. So I mean, what the what
Uh,
kind of stuff is
hold
that?
on, Spider. Hold on, Spider. I can't let you get away with that one. Just the
Yeah,
last
man.
episode or two ago, man, you were just all talking about democracy and the electoral college and hold up the integrity of the vote and focus on your local selection. Now we
Exactly.
all cheap. Now,
Now
now,
how we off what's off key about it?
I mean, well, at first you were saying that, hey, on the last episode, you were saying that you was advocating for, voting and everything, and all enthusiastic about choosing your vote. But
Right.
now your
Okay.
stance is
So what,
we all
what
sheep.
so what that got to do when I'm bringing up the fact that he was able to vote and I couldn't?
Hey, well, hold on though. How about the very fact that those were political charges that he got? Those were
It don't
charges.
matter. A
Those
convicted
were
felon is a
political
convicted
charges.
felon.
I mean, the charges that he got only came about because he was running for president. You know, he wouldn't have got those charges. I don't know,
It
regular
don't matter
citizen, he
about
wouldn't
whether
have got them
if he
charges
got the
like that.
charge if they was attacking him or not. He got the charges. He's charged. He's a convicted felon. He's been tried and convicted. He's a convicted felon. He could
Well,
vote, but the
you
other convicted felons couldn't vote, regardless of why they went after him. That don't even- that ain't worth
Yeah, it
nothing.
do. It do matter. It do matter. Because
No,
if
it
you're a
don't
violent,
matter.
hold on. If you're a violent felon, you don't have the same rights as a somebody who's not a violent felon, right?
No,
So
that's not
there's
right.
stages to
That's
this.
not my charge is not a violent charge.
I ain't say your charge
It
was a
don't matter.
violent
Felony
charge.
is a
I don't know
felony. You
nothing
can't
about
vote.
you, brother, when
That
it
what
comes
I'm
to that. Well, I do, but I ain't gonna finna tell you about all that. We ain't going through your personal business right now. What we talking about is generalities, and the
no,
generality
this
thing is
my
that
personal business
if
is
you're a violent,
a
so what you telling me, violent offenders have the same right as somebody who's not a violent offender. That doesn't.
no,
That
but
doesn't.
no.
That doesn't.
The word is not violent offender. The word is felon.
Okay, I'm just go
So
ahead.
you saying
Tell-
so what you saying is
So
felons don't have a right in the society no more. That what you saying?
no, I ain't saying that. I'm
Oh,
saying
okay. Then we'll
it's levels
all
to
right then. So why
the
the other
type of.
felons couldn't
So
vote
what I'm
then?
saying in
Man, I
plain
think what it is. I don't mean
plain
to
English,
interrupt you
what I'm
guys.
saying is the type of crime you commit. If is there's levels to the type of crime you commit and what you'll be able to do, and it's just like it's different levels to your sentence. You know that, man.
Well,
If I rob a bank
That ain't got nothing to do with
at
being
gunpoint, if
able
I
to
rob
vote
a bank
though.
at gunpoint
if I can
versus
interrupt, man, I can get some clarification on this situation. I believe
yeah,
what
one
it is
second,
in certain
I was
states.
just gonna land, but you go ahead, sir. Since you won't let me land, go ahead and just interrupt and do what you do.
Come on, man. Stop crying. Just go and let them
Yeah,
interrupt
cause
you.
hey, yeah, cause right
What do
now
you
what
mean?
we saying is, cause it's a felons period. It don't matter what the crime is. It don't matter if you kill somebody. It don't matter if you stole $500 worth of stuff or goods out of store. You're still a convicted felon. Convicted
I
felons
know.
cannot vote.
I don't think I was gonna say in Texas. I don't know if it's a state by state case, but I know in Texas, if you off probation, you can vote, and if you've been off a certain amount of time, 7 years or something like that, you can own a firearm. So I don't know if that's kind of the scenario that's going on. If
I
it's
mean
a time
that's
period.
in all
If your
states.
charge wasn't a violent crime, you can get it. expunge, and yes, you can get a gun rights back. But if you have a violent crime, no, you cannot get your gun rights back. As of right now, no, you cannot.
So
Yeah,
that's what I was
it's
talking
up
about
to the
right there.
state.
That's what I was
Those,
talking about right there.
yeah, it's individual states that give you a right to carry your gun again, but all
Oh,
the way across the
we
board.
making sense of it right now, huh? Okay, go
No,
ahead.
we talking about gun rights. We ain't talking about voting rights, man. What's wrong with you? We talking about voting rights. They just bringing up the fact about having getting your gun rights back. Each individual state they do it differently. You can in Mississippi you can get your rights back, but in the end, if the feds want to, regardless if the state give you your rights back or not, they can still charge you. If you get if they state if the state or Illinois, Texas or whatever say, okay, sir, you can have your gun back, and you go buy a gun. If once you register that gun, the feds can come right in that state, arrest you, and send you to prison for being a convicted felon with a firearm, even though the state gave you your rights back, took care of firearm.
So let me
Because
ask you
the
this. Let me ask you
And
this,
federal
Spike.
law
What's
is
your whole point
and it,
about that?
all I was saying is, and I was kind of asking the question that has nothing to do with voting. So you saying just because you're a felon, that type of statute don't get in the way of voting. If you're a felon, it's all across the board. Is what you're saying? No voting. Period.
that's pretty much how it's been. Yeah,
Okay, making sure. That's why I'm asking the question, bro. You
right.
know, can't beat a man down when he's trying to clarify some shit. Y'all,
No,
you know,
because my point from the beginning was
because
Trump was able to go in and vote for himself, like all presidents do. They exercise their right to vote, and they
right,
vote for themselves. Okay, but he's a convicted felon,
and
but he
that's
was
why
still allowed.
I
So
raised
it's
though.
like right. So going back to like you said, like I was last week about democracy and the right to vote. Okay, well, shit, the shit don't seem like it's fair then to me.
I
So
mean,
if he worried about the big steal, whatever shit y'all talking about, oh, he too big to read, they gonna steal it from him. He the
See,
one cheated because he was able to vote. He was able to vote when he shouldn't have been able to. So that means it could have been countless other motherfuckers that were voting that wasn't supposed to.
you do know the man got those charges are under appeal in an appeal court, and I think the
That
appeal
don't
court
mean
even
nothing.
overturned them.
It haven't been reversed or remanded yet.
I
They
believe
so
they
right now
did,
his
man.
status
And then
The
is
numbers don't
felon.
lie. The numbers don't lie. He won by millions, so it don't matter how many
You know,
whatever. It's
it's
still he's still
million,
a felon.
it's hundreds of millions of
exactly,
felons. What did you saying?
yeah.
exactly, man.
I feel
At
you
the end
though.
of the day, man, it was too big to rig, man. So I don't mind. It didn't come to no Georgia
Spider,
like it did last time.
Spider, as usual, man. I'll go ahead and give you a point, man. You got a point on that about him being a felon and all that. But just like Ziggy just said, man. I mean, the people still voted him, and then you could say people sheeple or whatever. You know, people shouldn't have did that. That they following something or whatever. But I mean, the numbers don't lie. The majority rules. I mean, I don't know
That's what it
what
is.
else to tell you on that, man. But we really, I'll go ahead and let you respond if you want to respond to that. But we need to get the other fellas in, like CJ and AJ.
The the people have spoken, and yes, Trump is our new president. Well, I don't know how it's gonna turn out, but guess what? We got 4 years to find out. And for what I'm hearing, he hollered at Putin from Russia, the Russian president Vladimir Putin. He told him, "Hey y'all, we're not gonna escalate this Ukraine war." So that's what I'm talking about. We needed a leader that's gonna step up and protect and show that the United States is back on top at number one. We ain't scared. We ready for whatever. That's my type of leader. You know what I'm saying? That I look for somebody to run a whole country, not just somebody who gonna, get up there and like I said, help torture another country by just giving them um,
Yeah,
weapons to fight back and not want to end it.
yeah,
So yeah, like I said, it's going down. We're gonna see what Trump gonna do. And another big thing, I know y'all heard about that big tax cut. You know what I'm saying? He's cutting taxes on all overtime. That's a good thing for me because
yeah, man. It's
I
finna,
I work a lot of overtime throughout the year, and when you working 60 hours a week, hey man, that look good on the chick. I ain't gonna even lie.
Speaking since
Pump
you spoke
pump
up
again.
about Putin, man. I don't mean to interrupt you, Zig. So I do
Go ahead.
apologize. But since you brought that up, I got a video. I don't know if this is accurate or not, if it was AI, but it's a video that I found about Putin responding after Trump won, saying that he's ready to work with Trump on a peace deal. And this is groundbreaking,
And
guys. The talk show.
see, That's what I'm talking about.
Before I even arrive at the Oval Office, shortly after I win the presidency, I will have the horrible war between Russia and Ukraine settled, and it would have never happened. It would have never, ever happened if I was there. I used to talk to Putin about it. I've said it very openly. I talked to him about it. It was the apple of his eye. I said, don't do it, Vladimir. Don't do it, Vladimir. Oh, you'll be making such a mistake.
Знаете, то, что господин Трамп как кандидат в президенты заявляет о том, что он готов и хочет остановить войну на Украине, мы к этому относимся вполне серьезно. Я не знаком, разумеется, с его возможными предложениями
Y'all
по
can read
поводу
the
того,
read the
как он
caption.
собирается это сделать. Но я не сомневаюсь, что он говорит это искренне. Ему это
Well, there you have it. If that video is accurate, there's Putin responding to his victory, saying that he's ready to come talk to him, come to the table, just by winning.
That's what I'm talking about. I
Right.
like
What?
that. You know what I'm
See,
saying?
and wasn't they accusing all Trump girlfriends? Well, not all of them, my bad. But his wife
Oh
now,
my
she
God, man!
more.
Can
Wasn't
we
it? I'm
please?
just saying,
Man, I don't
wasn't it
mean to interrupt you,
an
man, but can we please
accusation?
drop the malarkey, man?
No,
Like
no,
we
we
talking
can't.
about,
What's the malarkey? Because I didn't even say
man.
what I was going to say.
Here we have
Like
this man just
MSNBC
won,
on here,
and then we
man.
have the Ukrainian the Russian president saying he's ready to come to the stage and stop war, and talking
I'm
about
saying,
peace, and you
why
talking
he
about
ain't
some
been? If
girlfriend
he was on that, why he ain't been come to the stage and say and
because
speak on that?
Joe
Because
Biden
what?
was so weak, and they wanted the war to go on to fund the industrial complex, man, the military industrial complex. They were
But
selling
now
weapons.
all of a sudden they don't want to do that no more.
Man,
Come on,
listen,
man. Come
what
on,
do you
Spider,
have to
man.
say
Come
about?
on,
Okay,
man.
what do
Spider,
you want? What do you have to
Spider
say
is
about the man, Putin saying that he's ready to come to the table and talk about a plan?
I'm
What do you
okay.
got to
just
say? What you got to
Well,
say to that?
that shit
I,
just sound. It just look fake as fuck. I mean, like how you've been doing this for a whole year or 2 years because you saying that land is originally belongs to Russia, and you don't want the uh, United Nations to have a territory right in your backyard where they could just easily reach out and touch you. And then now all of a sudden now you got your buddy in there. You're like, okay, yeah, I want to end this war. Defeat the whole purpose of you starting from the beginning. With that don't even sound. That
Well,
won't say that shit
okay,
sound fake as
okay.
fuck.
No, it don't. No, it
So why
don't.
did he give the guarantee that he
No.
wouldn't bring the United Nations up on their doorstep and wouldn't try to make Ukraine a part of the United Nations? That mean that they got bombs and they got a whole thing right on their doorstep. That was the whole thing they went to war about because of the United Nations thing. And Trump is against the United Nations. Like he ain't trying to further bring any more people in and escalate no more war. And so
Let me have a
they
skinny.
went with they move. They
Okay,
went
but
with their
Let me
move
have
by
a
the
locking
skinny.
it
people.
off.
So
Tell
you
them look up
saying? So
Cuban
you
Missile
saying
Crisis.
Trump? So
Tell
you
them
saying?
look up the Cuban Missile Crisis. If United Nations, if Ukraine join the UN, I can tell you right now, if they join NATO, that Russia is gonna put nuclear weapons in Cuba, and they don't want that. So you right, they not gonna do it. He gonna cool down. He gonna say, you know what? Trump gonna say, you know what? Y'all can have that land. Y'all can do what y'all want because we still got Britain, we still got Germany, we still got all these other countries surrounding Russia. Russia can't go nowhere. Ain't nobody going
So you
nowhere.
just gonna take a whole country's independence and to say and tell him, yeah, they belong to you now. And them folks saying they want to be free. That what you saying?
It's
Hey
A
either
man,
whole
that, it's
country.
either that or they going to war. It's either that or they gonna go to war.
this ain't the lightning
And
round, but
they don't want no
like
round.
the
They don't
host
want no
said, but
World War III.
like I said, the man went with his move, and who wouldn't have went with their move when they came to get that oil and that pipeline going, and they're going to annex some stuff. But it ain't working no more. But let's go ahead and I ain't the host, but let's just hear from somebody else. That's one of our other people.
Can't make other people talk if they don't want to talk.
yeah, man. Yeah, no. We haven't gave them opportunity, fellas. I've been trying to get CJ and AJ in there, man, but you guys have been so passionate about what y'all talking about, and we appreciate that. But we gotta let everybody get they talking. CJ.
I appreciate you, MJ. This is just Talk CJ, and I just want to thank all the viewers for tuning in tonight. I just want to say, with the election, the best man won, and America's voice was heard. You know, we have to just go with the electoral college votes. We have to go with the popular vote, and the people voted who they felt was the best leader going forth in the next 4 years. To reply to some of the statements that the other brothers made, I don't feel that the de-escalation has happened yet because Ukraine did a huge strike on Moscow earlier this morning. So it may take a little time for the administration to get people in footholds and their cabinet is introduced, but we haven't seen that yet. That may be just some propaganda going on, but I saw this morning a report that Ukraine had struck Moscow. So, just praying for all those people that have been enduring this war for the last 2.5 years. I'm praying for the people and the nation so it could possibly heal. Hopefully, he can bring some closure to this because war, the innocent always are the ones that suffer. It's not the one that's trying to gain the territory or the one that's losing territory. It's the people that's caught in between that are the ones that are the losers in the end. And that's my take on the topic.
Yeah,
That's
I
what's
agree
up,
with
dog.
you, CJ, on that one, because, like he said, if the people call in between, you know what I'm saying, you get sent for war off of something that another man signed on a piece of paper. You know what I'm saying? That's not good for humanity. But like we were saying, man, back to the point. I just still feel like at the end of the day, he can get this war situated to where it can come down. That, like you said, it could have been a propaganda strike that Ukraine hit. That's something that the Democrats trying to leave on Trump. You know what I'm saying? That's a bad taste in Trump now that he got to go fix that. You know what I'm saying? He got to let the president know, hey man, I ain't sending no missiles over there. Biden party was still in there. You know what I'm saying? But like you said,
Right, right.
once they get it switched over in January the 1st, we'll definitely figure out what's gonna go on. We're gonna see it.
And and
It's gonna be
Kaczynski
all over the
going with his
news.
and Kaczynski going with his move too. Now he know that the it's about to swift, it's about to swing, it's about to the administration about to change. Possibility he's not gonna have the more funding and all these drones and all this weaponry. He trying to go ahead and use up all them bombs that Biden and gave him while he got the chance, because he know he ain't gonna get no more once Trump getting off. That's what I think happened if it is true.
And it could be a lot that can transpire between then because, like you said, he could try to use up all his resources to try to get the United States to back him on some more, or he can, you know what I'm saying, like you saying, use all his resources and get down to the last, and they go to pleading and crying, oh, we need help, we about to die, they killing all our women and children. That's all I gotta say. They killing the women and the children, and boom, everybody else gonna come help.
Yeah, but yeah, that's what's up, fellas. AJ and we got Clarissa in the house tonight too, man. We need to get AJ's take on it too, fellas.
Well, like, subscribe, comment, all my peoples. It's just talk AJ. Since I see there's no Trump slander going on this show, I'm going to say that basically the people have spoken to CJ's take. What was how many other people voted for Trump than they voted for Camilla, if I'm saying her name right.
Couple million,
Yeah, a
couple.
couple million. So the best person won. Also, is showing the world that a felon can do, just about anything as far as run for president. So I mean, I feel like it's a good look. And also, I believe he won. I mean, I don't think too many people want a woman being a president. Nothing against the women. Because meaning my point is, the women they run enough. They run our households. They get the final say so. Everything. If you married, it's going through your woman. It's going through your wife. I mean, you can if you with your mama, you. So my point is that basically it was a unanimous decision. And he's making a way for the felons. So that's my take. I would like to hear from Clarissa, MJ. If we can do that before we move on to the next topic.
Yeah. That's why I was trying to get everybody in. If she wants to speak on it, of course, let's get her in.
Um, I feel like I don't feel like America was ready for a female president. I think that's the only reason Trump is in office. I feel like, you know, you made a mention about convicted felons being president. Is there going to be any reform for anybody else?
That's a good question.
Yeah,
That's a
Ding,
good
ding, ding.
question.
Right, right.
That's a good question.
yeah, that is a good question, and also a good take. Because that is another good question that you raised. Is America ready for a female president? It's a good question.
Right.
Um,
Right.
um, I can't even say I can definitively give you an answer right now because that's something that we probably need to bring up for debate for sure. So yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a good take and good statement you made there. You didn't have any more, did you?
No, that's it for now.
All right, that's what's up. So yeah, fellas, yeah, y'all can go ahead and talk y'all smack or y'all shit if y'all want to. And before we go ahead and switch the topic, Spider Man, if you had anything else you want to just kind of add to the whole situation, I know you good at summing shit up. Also SG and you know what I'm saying, and Ziggy, you know what I'm saying. You guys been passionate about this topic tonight, so
I,
do y'all
I you know
think?
what? I'll keep it quick. I just want to make one point, piggybacking off on just talk AJ. I think that I think the America is ready for a female president. You know what I'm saying? They ran Hillary. They didn't ran Kamala this time. Camilla, whatever, sorry, professor, if you're listening in. But yeah, so I don't think it's just necessarily about the woman, it's about which woman. Cause you got candidates out here like Tulsi Gabbard. I fully support her. She was a veteran. She's common sense. She's hard. I mean, I don't know if y'all familiar with her, but I support her
I
wholeheartedly. You know what I mean?
I
So
agree with that.
if she was the one for president, so I don't think it's just necessarily about if us Republicans or men are misogynistic about a female president. I think it's just which president. You know what I mean? We're gonna have a puppet, a warmonger, somebody that's taking money from special interests, or somebody that's really trying to help the country.
Hey,
Like
I
you
agree
know,
with that. And
So
I
so
agree with
y'all
that.
think
Hey,
if
hold on, real quick. I'm gonna throw a name out there that would have been perfect for the Democratic ticket. That ain't nobody thinking about. Michelle Obama. She probably would have won. She probably would have won it. But yeah, go ahead, Ziggy.
um my take, I think if you put a strong Black Panther female in there, maybe she could get a chance at a vote and people hear what she got to say. It
Oh
just depends
no,
on
no,
what kind of
we'll
laws
shut
she
that
got to
down
come
real
on.
quick.
It just depends on what kind of laws she come with. But
Yeah,
I
right
hear
now
you,
I'm
Spider.
rooting for all citizens, all felons, all citizens. Hey, I'm rooting for them. That's a big step. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, Trump proved the point that you don't have to be political to be in office. And I feel like since he was the 45th president and the 47th president, like I said, being a civilian, not having any political background, I feel like, hey, that was a big step. That's a giant step on the moon right there. That's better than landing on the moon to me.
I
hey
don't know
Trump.
how you spoke on
That's a giant
a
step for mankind
A Black Panther candidate and Trump in the same sentence.
Hey man,
That
Trump more
because
was
it's
blacker
a
than
citizen.
that
Because
was
he's a citizen.
diabolical.
man. Trump more
And
blacker
Trump
than
is more
Obama, man.
black
If you ask me,
than
man.
exactly. He is.
Come on,
He
man.
is. Trump also can clean.
Don't
What
do it.
club have you seen Obama in?
There
What
you
club
go.
have you
Don't
seen
do it.
Obama in? What club have you seen Obama in? Uh,
Looking at their pictures.
name a club you seen Obama in. Exactly.
And he a
Exactly.
felon, and he grabbed by the pussy, and he go hard, man. He more blacker than
Trump
Obama.
go to
Okay, well
Disclaimer.
you go out there and grab you one by the pussy and
This
see what's
this
up.
disclaimer.
Hey,
All views.
What Trump say? When you a billionaire, that's ain't no words. That's all you gotta
I
do.
look. Disclaimer. All views expressed on this show, even pictures, they're not the opinion of
entertain
everyone on this
for
show.
entertainment purposes
It's
only.
for entertainment purposes only, and sometimes educational purposes. So yeah, you guys can keep going.
But
Yeah, I'm not with that.
definitely, man. Trump is a civilian, man. That's the only point that I'm making. If it went over your head, he's a civilian. He didn't do 2 years in the Senate. He didn't do 2 years in the military. You know what I'm saying? He a straight up civilian coming out, just got money, and he worked his way up to the top seat. That's all I got to say.
That that
We've had Jesse Jackson come in and get maybe 1,000 votes, but you got Trump came in and got millions of votes. So hey, you know what I'm saying? That right there is a, like I said, it's a giant leap for mankind.
was
And on that note, Ziggy, appreciate that. On that note, we 30 minutes in, fellas. Let's go ahead and switch topics. My guy, SG, don't you got a video to drop on us for that next topic? We're gonna talk about what's going on in the hometown. We got some
Yeah,
correct.
go ahead and carry it for a minute while I cure it up.
Yeah, you good. We got some corruption going on with our mayor, and it's a federal,
alleged.
as you can see, and it's also a councilman in on that too from I think the South Side, one of the wards in the South Side. I can't say which one it is, but yeah, they got some stuff going on to where I even heard one of the
And Banks.
Oh, okay, this is not yet. I heard one of the WLTBT reporters say that they can end up getting life for these charges. I mean, so there's some serious charges. So we got a little video we can drop on it, but also we can let the fellas go ahead and take off on it real quick. That's kind of a wrap up of what I heard. It's just some charges that's gonna and our mayor, aka Drake. He looks like Drake. A lot of people said that, but you can see him in the background on the picture. So I think a guy that I can't even just go off, with the way he looked, you know what I'm saying? But what they say is he definitely got into some dirt and got into some stuff, and he's been indicted. And I think I even heard him say in one of the reporters reported that he called Trump name. He said, "Well, I should get off because Trump get off because Trump got off." In that same note of what we were just talking about. I think he said something like that. So it's pretty weird that he bring that up, but it's also pretty weird that these charges came up right now too. Right after the election. I ain't gonna say they had anything
Well,
to do.
well, right now, they are Democrats. So when you want to clear out your house, you go through and find all the dirt that's been done. Um, Actually, you already know when you get a couple of young people that don't know no better, and they think they wanna bring um, um, economics to the city, and they try the wrong way, and they go about ways that illegal, which is getting money from unknown sources, thinking that they can build on to it. Empty promises. I blame the feds for it because I feel like if they hadn't came at them with the enticing them, I feel like it's enticing them to say, "Hey man, we'll give you 50,000 to, you know what I'm saying? I know you want to bring this such and such business here, so here I'm gonna give you 50,000 to do it," and then they accept that money and they use some of that. They find somebody that to do it for 20,000, and they keep the other 30,000 in their pocket. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much self-explanatory how they gonna do it. And they say, "Oh yeah, you remember that time when you went and got this money? Well, you didn't spend all of it on such and such. So come on, we're gonna lock you on up." You know what I'm saying? That's to me is like a bribery. So or blackmail. I'm gonna call it blackmail because it's more of a we got you in the chain leash. So whenever you mess up or whenever we want to get rid of you, you disposable. We got evidence on you where we can go on and get you out the way and we can, you know what I'm saying, do this. Or say if they didn't go along with the rules that they had, then boom, they bring them charges up and say, all right, well, we can get you up out of there and put somebody else in there real fast. But that's my take on it. I just feel like they were young and naive, and they should have made better choices. Uh, I kind of get the situation because if they had came at me, I probably would have took the deal too. You know what I'm saying? If I could bring money to economics to the city, I'm gonna try any means necessary too. If I feel like it wasn't illegal, if I didn't have to put no gun in nobody's head and take the money, I definitely tried. It wasn't involving drugs or nothing, so I feel like, like I said, it was very enticing. It was everything that glitters and gold. They just have to realize that and see that they made a mistake, and only thing they could do is, I mean, to me, I feel like it took blacks in the South. It took us a step back because now I feel like they're not gonna trust another young black person to be in their position because they feel like um, they can be enticed again, or you know what I'm saying. And things can just go wrong. So
Oh
like
yeah.
I said,
So
I
you
mean,
made you did okay. You made some interesting point. Even though you was all over the place, all of the subjects that you was touching on is the fabric of the whole situation. So all that what you were saying play a big part in it. You just you only wrapped up one part of it, but you started off talking about five different subjects. But it's cool because I'm gonna break that down. Uh, First of all, with Democrats cleaning house and all that, I don't. That shouldn't really matter because the main thing was when the Republicans stole all that welfare money. You ain't heard nothing else about that. They got text messages, everything, and nothing come about that. The governor, the only people that got the time was the Day people. That was their last name, Day. I didn't mean that as like Day, like They. Their name was Day. Her and the son. So they got the time, and they told on the rest of them, Brett Favre and the governor. But that didn't, what you finna say something?
No, I was gonna bring Brett's name up, but you brought it up right on time. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, yeah. So, and that it's like, and another thing that you had touched on, the fact that like in the enticement of the feds, you know, I feel you with that. I'm right with you on that. I feel like that's like an entrapment because I don't, a city that's majority black, they've been in the spotlight for the last couple of years, especially with the infrastructure problem, and the feds having to come in and implement a new the funding and everything for a whole new infrastructure program. And the governor at that time, the Republicans, didn't want them to have the money, and this gives them fuel to say this why they don't need the money right here. But in hindsight, going back looking at, I mean, not going back looking at it, but looking at it from the sense that they coming at them, uh, they just want to bring like you got some property that want to be developed, and what what councilman, elected official wouldn't want to bring any type of economic powers to a city, majority black jobs, things of that nature. So
But that's highly against the law, though, man. It's called pay for play, man. I mean, you can want to do stuff for your city, but you got to do it the right way. If somebody came to me, I say, hey, man, go through the development, go through the city code office. I mean,
they, I
why
mean,
would you try to take some money, bro?
that what they were doing. They were doing it.
So what was up to 50,000 or the 10,000 he had in his house? And then let me ask y'all this: my
Well,
phone crashed. Did the
hold on,
video play?
Don't jump too far. Just start with one question at a time. So we can elaborate on it and get
can't
down to
say
the
how
bottom
much
of it.
money it was. I don't know how much money it was allegedly, but I'm just saying the money. Period. It don't
Fifty
matter if
thousand.
somebody came at me with 100,000.
It
I'm
was a
gonna take
hundred
it if
thousand.
it's to better the city.
Yeah, they gave him. They gave the DA 100,000. Okay, and
Yeah, man, that's against the law, bro.
what's against the law? So we can
Giving
understand
the
what
DA
your
100,000,
understanding of it.
giving the mayor, a private citizen, which is a developer, giving a public official money. It's against the law.
Wait a minute, they do that all the
Highly
time
against
when
the
they
law.
run for
As
president, don't they? They don't. You mean to tell me they don't
exactly.
It's
sponsor?
only
You
against the
don't have
law if you get
sponsors?
Yeah,
caught
yeah,
with it.
yeah, yeah. If you get into a campaign, but not for your own personal use.
They donated to his campaign. He didn't
Why he
get
got
the
the money in
It's
his,
to the
why he got the money in his
his
lockbox?
checks was made after his campaign.
Okay, well, if it's to the campaign, that's a
That's
gray
what I'm
area.
saying.
That's what's
See,
been
that's what I'm
going
saying.
on in
When they
politics for
do it,
years and
when they
years and
see
years.
it's cool when they do it, but when I do it, it's a problem. You know,
I get you on that. I get you on that.
that was some real shit that dude said right there, man.
Look, I get you on that,
Yeah.
and I ain't against the brother Mubama, but he just got caught up. I mean, he probably pissed the wrong people off. But like I said, was the video able to play before my phone crashed? I know I queued it up. I didn't know if it played or not. Maybe we can get a little bit more clarification on what's going on with the indictment. Did it play?
Hey, I just want to say this, real quick. I'm kind of late to the podcast. Apologies for
We
being a
got the
little late.
professor in the house. What up, professor?
What's going on? What's going on? Look, y'all can talk about this might be the last. Somebody mentioned that this might be the last opportunity for a mayor or whatnot, a black mayor. This city is the highest population or highest percentage of African Americans in the nation. You can look it up pound for pound. Jackson is chocolate city. The other city that we've had a mayor that was black that went under some indictments and went under, professional
New York.
discourse or in the sense of disdainment for his constituents, which would be Marion Barry in Washington D.C. when they had him on camera years ago smoking crack in a hotel room, with a prostitute. So this is not some unforeseen thing that we've seen from official government affiliates. The fact
The
that
mayor,
this man took
not to cut you off, but the mayor of New York indicted
the
right now.
mayor,
Professor, I know if you knew it.
yeah,
He's a black person. I don't know if you know
Eric
about that.
Eric Berry.
Professor, my
Thank you
question is,
for that.
would you want a Malcolm McMillan or Frank Milton running your country? I mean, running your city.
It's not a choose lesser two evils, because his country likes to choose lesser two evils or what appears to them to be somebody that is untrustworthy. We see that
No,
with
but
the election.
I'm asking a question though. Would you rather a Malcolm McMillan or Frank Milton?
I'd rather neither one. If I gotta have, if that's the choice that I have, then I have no choice. Similar to what we had in this election.
But if I had a choice, Malcolm McMillan was better, way better than Frank Milton. If you ask me, Frank Milton, I can't do Frank Milton.
Frank
I
Milton
would
Man,
say
you lost
Frank.
your mind, bro. Man, I was
Say Frank.
I was out there thugging when Frank was out there, man. Frank pulled up
But
on
I
me in
can't do another
the
Frank.
damn
I ain't doing another Frank.
in the damn Winnebago with the police thing. He let me go.
No.
Malcolm McMillan
Hey,
wasn't him.
Frank
hey,
was a
look here,
mayor.
fellas. Let's get everybody take. Professor,
McMillan was the
go
sheriff.
ahead and finish, and then we got to hear from CJ and AJ. But go ahead and finish, Professor.
Yeah. To be clear, Frank Milton was a mayor. He was a news owner of the WLBT, and then he also became the Bureau of Narcotics under a Republican rule. McMillan was only a sheriff. He never was a mayor. Now, in regards to what we're looking at, Lumumba, the son is a follow up to his father being a mayor. And again, what we're looking at is it's not a Democratic, Republican cleanup house bullshit of that nature, because they're gonna do whatever they do in their politics. The real question comes down to who's in control of the money that the federal government sent down in regards to fixing the water problem. That's what really the issue is. It's not about $50,000. All right, y'all can keep that bullshit to a minimum, because the real shit is about controlling that federal dollars, that $1 billion that is needed for the infrastructure of Jackson, Mississippi.
Right, that's what I said, and that's what I had said.
The real issue. Hold on, let me finish.
How it's gonna go to the right people when you got corrupt people in office?
Everybody is corrupt in that regard when it comes to the
They
politics.
making them seem
Not
corrupt
everybody.
when they
Not
not really
everybody, sir.
corrupt.
Everybody is.
Everybody in Jackson is. Everybody in Jackson is.
Yeah. Let's not talk about Texas when we talking about y'all governor, or the mayor, or y'all senators, the ones that get ridiculed by Trump and then turn around and suck Trump's dick. We're not talking about those politicians. We're talking about the Mississippi politicians, and just in general when we're talking about this Jackson municipality. The mayors, the city of Madison, Pearl.
Ted Cruz, the man.
Yeah, sure.
I will look. If y'all don't mind, let me go ahead and drop this video, man, because we all know these people. Let's let the audience see exactly who we talking about with the DA and the mayor, and I guess what was another public official? Was it somebody that got? I think councilman.
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's go ahead and bring the audience up to speed.
Yeah,
Got him.
and right after that video, we're gonna hear from CJ.
All right, bet.
Well, he actually says
Yeah.
he says he doesn't believe these three men should step down at this point, and he then pointed to President-elect Donald Trump. One day after the bombshell indictments were unsealed, Mayor Soukouyantra Lumumba didn't show up for work at City Hall Friday, according to a spokesman. The mayor, Hinds County District Attorney Jody Owens, and Ward 6 Councilman Aaron Banks all appeared before a U.S. magistrate judge in federal court Thursday to answer to bribery and conspiracy charges.
Mr. Lumumba, to the charges against you, how do you plead?
Not guilty, Your Honor.
Thank you. The record will reflect a plea of not guilty. And Mr. Owens, to the charges against you, how do you plead?
Not guilty, Your Honor.
Congressman Benny Thompson weighing in on the indictments.
I think it's unfortunate, but every person has his or her day in court. So I think we'll see what plays out. There are a lot of people who are concerned about it, but I trust our justice system.
When asked if he thinks the mayor, DA, and councilman should resign, this is how Thompson responded.
Donald Trump is a convicted felon, and he just got elected president of the United States.
The charges against the men range from conspiracy to bribery, racketeering, and wire fraud. Owens is also charged with making false statements. He said there were no safes or lockboxes inside his DA office at the Hinds County Courthouse. During a search of the office in May, investigators found a small lockbox that was made to look like a book with a copy of the U.S. Constitution inside. When they opened the box, federal agents found nearly $10,000 in cash, according to the indictment. They used serial numbers to confirm it was the money undercover FBI agents gave Owens for the bribes. The mayor's sister says Lumumba is undeterred and he plans to run for a third term.
And so we ask for your continued support and your prayers. We understand that this is just an attack. It is an attack, and it is an attempt to assassinate his character, to prevent his reelection.
With the money.
Now, the three men were released on an unsecured $10,000 bond. The judge told them they had to surrender their passports, not to consume alcohol excessively, and not to have any contact with any potential witnesses in the upcoming trial scheduled for early next year. For now, we're live at the federal courthouse in downtown. Ross Adams, 16 WAPT News.
Yeah, that was a good report on that. So yeah, man, let's hear from our other guys, man. CJ, you there?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I just want to chime in, fellas. My take on it is I'm gonna piggyback off Diego a little bit. The professor, Chuck Way is the remake of his father, who was the mayor, but historically he defended Tupac against those off-duty cops that he shot and got him off the conviction. The district attorney, Jody Owens, city councilman, Aaron Banks for Ward 6. These are some serious charges, y'all. Bribery, conspiracy, racketeering, and wire fraud. They've already had one of the lead officials in their office flipped. She has already pled guilty, and for her statements, she's going to flip all three of them. And by them pleading not guilty, they're going to take the long ride if found guilty. The FBI posed as real estate agents and developers, and then they gave this money, which was recovered in his office of the DA, and it's the same serial numbers. So they built a paper trail on him. He's gonna have a hard leg to stand on. Other city council members have come forward, Kenneth Stokes being one. We all know he's very outspoken. He said while they're busy taking these bribes, the citizens are drinking dirty water. The streets aren't paved. The citizens are losing the trust in these officials. The people just won't help, and they're not getting it from these officials. Like the professor mentioned earlier, Jackson has a population of 143,000 approximately, 80% of which are African American. So, this is the disparity that's going on in that community. Those are the things that are affecting them. These are the questions that I would have if I had a forum to speak with these people. How is this affecting this community going forward if these is found true. You're going to lose a ward councilman, the district attorney, and you're going to lose the mayor of the city. Jackson already has a very high crime rate, and because of that crime rate, they have brought in the Capitol Police, which is under the governor. And the governor has given them free range to run all over Jackson, taking traffic stops away from the JPD in county, and limiting their ability to control the crime themselves.
And that in itself,
Yeah,
that was illegal. The fact that the
Yeah, go
governor
ahead, Jason.
enacted that.
But
It's
yeah,
not
so
illegal.
yeah,
It's
and
not
and
illegal.
I was
It's not
I was
illegal.
almost through. The
go ahead.
crime, true enough, in Jackson is higher than its surrounding areas: Rankin County, Pearl, Raymond, Clinton, Madison. So I'm not against it, but at the same time, I'm not supporting that. Second thing, why are the roads not paved here? This is the big city. This is the capital. Why is Flowood? Why is Pearl? Why is Clinton? Why is Raymond? Why are these roads paved and not these roads that are here in Jackson where everyone commutes to? So if there's a disparity with the roads and the water, what about the school system? Why is there a disparity in what my child is going to receive and what your child is receiving? But just because the school district that they have ended up in, because I live in the city of Jackson. This is some of the things that, as a citizen, that are very despairing to me, and those would be the topics of my choice if I had a forum.
You know the
Thank you.
answer to it already. You know the answer to it already. It's because the city is a high percentage of African Americans, higher than any other city in the nation, higher than Madison, Pearl, Clinton, Flowood, all these other surrounding cities. The answer is because it's black. That's it. Ain't nowhere around it. The same concept of why Donald Trump became president the first time is because when he put on the MAGA hat, he talked about making America white again, but he used great again. Stop acting like y'all don't see it. Stop acting like what W.E.B. Du Bois said in the souls of black folks. The problem of the 21st century is going to be the color line. Let's stop acting like these things are not taking place. Let's stop acting like the Bible is not predicting what is going to take place moving forward. Stop acting like y'all ain't seeing it. Reality is reality. Perception is perception when you see it, and all the numbers are adding up. You can support whatever you support, but if you don't see the regentrifications going on in other big cities like Chicago, New York, Miami, places like this, in LA,
Atlanta.
Atlanta, all these different things where they're trying to take the black folks out of the city and take the black folks' power or control out of the city and
But you
put
but
white
you started
people in
talking.
there.
But look, right. I know you started talking about this race stuff, Professor. But come on, man. The proof is in the pudding. I mean, we clearly have an indictment, and we can never get anywhere better if we got corrupt public officials, man. How we gonna ever get somewhere that we really trying to help people? Like CJ said, man. We worry about the water, the police, the crime, and all this. When we got the officials that's pay to play. I mean,
Was the
have you
water?
read the indictment?
And
I,
they
I
Hey,
got
black.
the
was the
indictment.
water?
The
Was the
indictment
water
right here,
messed
man.
up?
Speak to
And it's a
that.
Was
What
the
black
you
water
mean?
Hold
dude.
up.
messed
How
When
up?
you
we really
said
gonna
they
help?
indicted Trump, then you said
Was
the
the
only
water
reason why
messed up?
they indicted the man was because it
Was
running
the
for president. They how you know that
I
that's
said
that's
that.
the same thing, right? So
You might
that's
be
the
right.
same
water?
You might be
thing.
right. You might be
Was the
right. You
water?
might be right.
Was the water
But he
messed
but he
up
was brought
prior
up
to the
on
movie?
old charges of a girl paying a girl some money to shut
It
the hell up.
don't matter if he corrupt.
Not
Was
not
the
taking a
water?
bribe.
The point
Listen.
is, if he
Was
Not
the
corrupt,
taking
why
a
would
water?
you want him as the president? So if
Was
you
the
saying that they
water?
corrupt, why would you want them in the
Was
elected official? It
was
don't
the
okay.
just
Well,
because
water?
they got
are we
indicted.
are we gonna
Hey,
read this
was the
indictment
water?
or am I wasting my time researching this whole indictment and from the Department of
We,
Justice.gov or y'all want to see what
Hey,
really they
White
alleged?
fellas.
was the
I,
water
I
messed up before Lumumba got in office? Was the
yeah,
water messed up before Lumumba got in office?
yeah, we messed up before he got in office.
All right, then. So is it Lumumba's fault, or was it the prior administration, the whole thing
It
being the
wasn't even
government with the
it
state?
wasn't even the prior administration.
What is doing the
They had already proven and
Why,
showed
Exactly.
man, if this
that
man
that the water
such a great person, why is he still fucked up in Jackson?
that that's what I'm finna
So
tell
it
you.
takes
He
more than
said,
one
I'm
person.
finna tell you right
bro,
now.
that's
It's
what
all
he's
they
saying.
It
already
That's
takes
what
more than one
the
person.
professor's speaking to right there.
they already
If
That's
you
why.
made no. They already made note that the water had been
Thank
messed up
you.
dating all the way back to when
In the 90s.
you're right.
In the
When
90s.
all those mayors asked the governor at the time, "Hey man,
They
we
are
need
nice.
money to
They
fix
are
the
nice.
infrastructure," and they
Yeah,
denied them, denied them, and denied them.
because one
That's why the
reason.
EPA and the feds gave Jackson the $600 million to rebuild it, and the governor wanted that, but he wanted to be in control of that money. Once they
Exactly.
showed, once they showed that Lumumba asked for the money, uh, the skinny black guy that was the president before him, he asked for money. Harvey
Yarvin.
Johnson asked for money.
Tony Yarvin. I'm talking about Tony Yarvin.
Yeah,
Tony
Tony
Yarvin.
Yarvin. Right.
Then you had
All
Lumumba
of them,
Senior.
Biden, you might
all the
be
way
on to
down
something
the
because
line,
I
back
didn't
all the way
know the
back to the 90s.
governor.
They
They
all
gave the money and the governor was in control of it. I didn't know that, so you might be
see that's
right.
what I'm saying. What I tell you,
Hey,
you better research that, bro.
it ain't might be.
You
What
wanted to
they did
research that
was,
indictment, go
hey,
research what was really going on.
hey, look, give me 2 seconds. I'll talk about it real quick. When the money was asked for, Lumumba asked the governor for the money to help the city of Jackson. The goddamn mayor got on the governor, Tate Reeves, got on television and said, "Hey, I'm glad I'm not in Jackson drinking water right now." You know what I'm saying? Then he made a mockery of Jackson and the water. Then he turned around and ridiculed Jackson and said, "This is a municipality issue. This should be handled municipality wise." So when the municipality went to the government, the federal government, and got and procured real money, that's when the governor stepped in and said, "Well, hey, look, we need to make sure this money is getting spent a correct way," similar to what they did with or attempted to with the airport. You know, the airport is in Pearl, but that land is considered Jackson. For those that don't know, the
It's
Mega
called Jackson
Everett,
Municipal Airport.
hey, it's called Mega Everett International Airport. But the whole airport, that land is Jackson inside of Pearl, and that land belongs to Jackson. But the state wanted the proceeds or the revenue to be dispersed throughout the whole state because of that airport. And that's a problem that the city has had always with the state, is that the state is like, hey, we're gonna use Jackson for what it's worth, but never pay into Jackson. So to answer that question that CJ was asking, like, we got this, we the capital, but we don't have paved roads. And again, it goes back to we're black.
I was just gonna say right. And why is that? Because they black, like you said, majority black, more than any other
So
state
when you think that
in the country.
Let's give CJ
when
a
you think
chance to
that
respond, man. I
racism
sure would
doesn't
love to hear his
exist,
take on this.
when you think racism doesn't exist,
We need
just look at
AJ.
Jackson.
We need
Look
AJ
at
to
this thing.
respond. Also, if we got Clarissa, if she in here, if she want to respond to this topic, we need everybody to respond now. SG, AJ, if you want to respond, man, we'd love to hear your take, brother.
Yeah, guys, I feel like that. I feel like that you will have your day in court, like the guy on the was responding to. I also feel like these guys, people that are higher than them, wants to be in control of them. So they're removing them through by putting them in those situations. Like Professor CJ and Spider was saying, Jackson has been corrupt and down bad since the 90s. Mississippi, if you're talking about corruption, the whole state is corrupted. It's corruption going on. So I feel like they're being put in that situation. I feel like they're being put in that situation because they can't be controlled anymore. So they're going to put somebody in those positions, political positions in Jackson that can be controlled and do what I tell you to do. Yes, sir, master type of ordeal. That's my take on that. From the outside looking in, that's how I see what's going on.
Not even escape.
That's what I see what's going on.
Yeah, but yeah, just that what come to my mind out of your AJ, out of your take, AJ, is exactly what Spider said, man. It's cool when they do it, but it's a problem when I do it. And that's I think to kind of sum it up a little bit, man. I think that's kind of what's going on, man. They just didn't want the black guy and the black mayor to go ahead and start doing some of the things that they've been doing. Okay, he getting away with it now. So let's just hold on. Let's go slow that down because he started
Exactly,
things that
exactly,
he
exactly.
started doing the things that we're doing. We gotta show him. Hold on now, y'all can't get this money like we getting it. Nah, y'all ain't finna do it.
You
And
Okay,
can't
I
it's
see
do
what
with it
y'all
what you
saying.
want to do with
They've
it
been
like
robbing
we
the
do
state
what
and
we
the
want to
Capitol
do with it.
blind, but now when he do it, I feel what you're saying now. That does make a lot of
Yeah,
sense.
that's what I from the
Because if you look at
outside
it,
looking in,
right.
guys. That's what I see, guys.
If you
I'm
look
like,
at it,
it's
look what
like,
he doing. He bringing all he was doing was redeveloping some land that's an eyesore that they ain't using to bring in more jobs, to bring in more venues into the city. It was a win-win. It was all it was for the city. It's not like it was his own business. These were the people that he thought would develop. Why would the feds
So it's
act like they
entrapment.
developers and come and go to the black people and be like, hey, look, we want to build this right here. Woo, woo, woo. Just
So it's
let us get the.
entrapment.
Why would they
So it's
do that? Right? It
entrapment.
was a trap from the beginning, bro. Why would they
right.
be doing that?
all charges are
Hey,
They
Reed.
showed
suspended. Look
ain't
at
they
these
showed
charges
ain't
they're
probing
bringing up, man.
these
These
other
these
people.
little bribery
You
and
might be
all
right.
this, man. It ain't nothing, severe to where.
They
Hey,
all
I
do it.
think they're just trying to move them out their spot, man, and put somebody else on the board where they can control.
It ain't that
Hey,
they put somebody on the board
hey,
they can control. They just want to
hey,
put somebody up there with the same agenda, somebody
hey,
white.
Yeah,
hey, look,
exactly,
let me read,
exactly, exactly. Right.
let me read off the charges. Let me read off what they facing with, what they are faced with, so y'all know what the hell they faced with. All
Yeah,
right,
I
we heard.
know.
the
I
DA,
read them
no,
all.
no,
We heard that.
no, no,
Go ahead.
years, the years they facing. No, they facing this. The DA Owens could be sentenced up to 90 years in federal prison and 2 million in fines. 90
Years.
years, 2 million in fines. All right, Lumumba up to 70 years and 1.5 million in fines. Now Banks, the councilman, he coming off light, 15 years and up to $500,000. So let's go back. We talking about millions of dollars. They gonna be fined if they get fined, and up to 100 some years, damn near a piece. So this
Right.
ain't no light fines, fellas. And
Right. I
then
mean,
again,
Trump was facing 20 years. He ain't get a day.
he ain't get a day.
Right. He
Ain't
was
gonna get a
facing,
day.
but his charge was facing 20 years
Right,
with fines,
right.
millions of
And
dollars
got
in fines.
convicted. And got convicted. He didn't got convicted, and he still owe 500 some million to a bride he defaced. He can't
So I
pay it now.
think
He the
we got a bigger
president.
question here. Is this more political persecution by the Department of Justice? You know, they going after Trump. Are they going after? Are they got their picks and choosers? They're going after Mubumba. You know, Obama, whatever his name is. I mean, is the Department of Justice? And we all
They
know the FBI in Jackson. They don't never come out and say
they just need
two
to get
different
your
things.
mind off of what happened to that welfare money.
Where do the
Long as you
FBI
yeah,
be at?
give
Yeah,
you something
exactly.
else to
Where do the
think about.
FBI be at in Jackson? And I know they got a department down there. We don't never see them. But now they all of a sudden they come out to arrest the mayor. We ain't never seen the FBI busting no heads down there in Jackson.
Hey,
They let them
hey,
run rampant.
hey, just like he did say, keep in mind Brett Favre, the governor, the assistant governor or whatnot, lieutenant governor, I'm sorry, USM, they all schemed to get that welfare money and put $15 million on the volleyball team or some
So I
shit.
think we need to have an outcry. If y'all gonna indict Obama, we need everybody else to be investigated too. If we can get
Lumumba,
let our audience know
Lumumba.
that.
Lumumba.
But
My bad.
yeah,
Kamala, Labuma, my bad. Democrat,
God
I,
whatever.
damn,
I
criminal,
think, fellas,
police.
I, you know what
Clarissa,
I think?
Clarissa, guys.
We can blame Kendrick Lamar, man, because ever since he did Drake like that, niggas that look like Drake, matter of fact, light skinned niggas in general been losing. That's just it is what it is.
And we
It's,
appreciate all
hey,
our light skinned
it's in the
subscribers.
light skin. It's in the light
We
skin
appreciate
season.
our light skinned subscribers. I don't know about all that.
I'm
It's in
just
the
talking,
light skin
man. I'm
season
just
with
talking, bro. We
it.
joking. These is jokes.
These
But
are
look,
jokes.
man,
These are
we gonna
jokes.
switch topic, man. What we were gonna do. We were gonna run sports real quick, but we also had a little in general topic about the Simpsons conspiracy theory. But I think since we had an hour, we're gonna pick one of the other fellas. Y'all want to run them sports or what we feeling right quick?
Let's
Dak Prescott need to lay it down. It's just plain and simple. It's over with for
There
him.
it is.
It's over
Yeah,
with.
which on that.
He didn't play.
He
What are you
hurt.
talking about?
I feel like he just got his
He ain't
money.
play.
I feel like he got his money and then he just riding the waves, man, trying to continue stacking them
He hurt.
G's, man.
What are you talking about? The man hurt.
Yeah, right. What? But he always hurt. That's what I'm saying. He need to just lay it down. He need to retire. It's over with
Come
for him.
on, man.
He ain't
Come
I
on.
did
think he
nothing in
I think
5
he just
years.
need to change the scenery, man. Another overhead because who needs to retire is Jerry Jones. Y'all worried about the players, but who controlling the pieces on the board? Y'all need to go and get on Jerry Jones and tell him go and get up out of there, man.
You can't tell the owner. You can't tell the owner to get out of his own shit.
Yeah, that ain't
You
gonna
need
happen
to
with
elect
Trump. But
somebody else in that motherfucker, cause he ain't it.
Yeah, well, that's a hard pill to swallow. The owner
know one
owns
thing.
a
How about them Steelers? How about them Steelers, man? They picking it on up, man. That's all I gotta say. They
Russell Wilson
surprising me
did.
every week.
Yeah, Russell Wilson did a hell of a job today. Hell of a job.
Yeah,
Russell Wilson
they
did. And
came back.
Steelers did good.
Yeah,
We
Let
talking
me run
about
these
the
down.
matchups
dead.
down.
We
Let
talking
me run
about
these
the
matchups for
dead
you
skins
fellas.
here, man. The
Yeah,
dead
let
skins.
Thursday
let
The
them
night
go.
dead
on
How about
skins.
Kansas City?
The
How
dead
about Kansas
skins.
City?
The
How about
Redskins. They
Kansas
gonna
City with that
find a
block
way to
field
lose.
goal? Hey, how
Hey,
about Kansas
Find a
City
way to lose.
undefeated still?
let
Kansas
CJ
City
run them.
undefeated still.
Let CJ give us the rundown real quick on the highlights. I mean, not the highlights, but the standings and whatnot. The
Yeah,
games today.
Kansas City. Kansas City
well,
number one.
we started this week off with Thursday night football, the Bengals versus the Ravens. That was a hot game. If y'all missed it, y'all might want to go back and check the replay. But your boy Lamar Jackson had 3 touchdowns in the second half, bringing them back for the win. We started the day off with a game over in London. It was the Giants versus the Panthers. They pulled out the win, the Panthers. We were followed by the Bears and the Patriots. The Patriots won. Colts and Bills. Bills won. Vikings, Jags. Vikings won. Chiefs and Broncos. Chiefs won. Still undefeated. Chargers versus the Titans. Chargers won. Steelers versus the Commanders. The Steelers won. 49ers and Bucks. 49ers won. Falcons versus the Saints. Saints pulled that out. Jets versus Cardinals. Cardinals won. Eagles stomped all over the Cowgirls today, and we're watching the Lions and the Texans, and we'll finish the week out with Monday Night Football, the Dolphins versus the Rams. What you guys thinking about who might be making the playoff run, and who do you see in the Super Bowl?
I mean,
I
obviously,
agree,
it's in the
bro.
script for the Chiefs to be in the Super Bowl, obviously. But I think the Lions is going to make a nice, decent playoff run. If not, go all the way.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see Detroit right now, but Detroit losing to the Texans right now. Detroit, they jump on teams. If they ain't jumping on you and somebody can figure you out, all they need is one good Sunday.
Yeah, but Detroit been knocking at the door a couple years already now. So this might be their year. They breaking on out.
Yeah, last year they were decent, but they ain't been knocking the door. No, they were decent last year. This year
That's what
They
I meant.
they
they
definitely got a good. They definitely got a good run game this year. I got to give Detroit that. They got a good run game this year.
yeah
Well,
they
well,
got
what I mean by knocking at the door is knocking at the door for a late playoff round. You know what I'm saying? Like, second round, and they may even get to the NFC championship round. That's what I'm saying. Something like
okay
that. I ain't saying they finna win no Super Bowl.
yeah
Nah, they I don't think they ready for that yet.
yeah.
Yeah,
I don't see nobody in the NFC really that's ready to win a Super Bowl at all
yeah.
this year.
I'm disappointed in the NFC right now. The Eagles and the Ravens. I thought they would be way better than the Vikings. I mean, I'm surprised that the Vikings looking better than them, but they really surprised me, man. I don't know how to. I don't understand football no more behind that.
Ravens is the AFC.
Right.
I
Yeah.
know it.
This.
I know it. I'm just saying. Yeah, I know. I know that. I'm just saying. Um, just period. How they started out last year and come in this year, and they just look like they're a high school team. You know what I'm saying? Last year they looked real good. Came out first game, looked real good. When they lost, I guess Kansas City put that fear in their heart. Now the Ravens just looking real bad, man. I mean,
They 7 and
the
3.
Eagles too. The Eagles too, though.
The Ravens are
Yeah,
7-3. The Ravens are
I
7-3, and they the baddest team in the damn in the NFL damn near.
And they
I
are
mean,
going to
like,
go in the playoffs and disappoint like they always do.
Man,
that's
they
well,
that's what I'm
they,
saying. That's the
they,
point
know
I'm
they,
that
gotta
making.
get
Kansas City
they gotta
home.
get
A
to
I
the
don't think they're
playoffs
gonna make the
and beat
lot of
playoffs.
nobody.
Kansas City, man. A lot of people getting beat by Kansas City. Y'all can't just, you can't get over
Right.
that. Yeah,
Can't
man.
watch, can't look over that. Kansas City ain't lost to nobody. Ain't nobody beat Kansas City yet. So
Hey,
the
Kansas
Ravens
City
beat
about to pull it off. They about to pull off an undefeated year and a three-peat.
I
So I
think
guess
it's in the
Mahomes
script.
gonna be
I
the
think
GOAT.
that's in the script. Yeah, you're right, Ziggy. I think that's in the
Mahomes
script,
might be the
Ziggy.
GOAT.
And they
if he
went and got
the
DeAndre. Why did they need DeAndre Hopkins? Why? Where are they hurting in any areas? I'm confused. It's in the script.
Man,
Come on now.
they got rid of Tyreek Hill, man. That's what I'm saying. I don't see how you got
They
rid of
didn't.
Tyreek
They
Hill.
didn't. They did not get rid of him. He signed a deal with Miami for more money, so
right.
he walked. He walked. Don't
Free
put that on the
agency.
Uh,
Chiefs.
Right. Free agency.
usually the team has the option to match that deal though.
Yeah, but they offer more money than you can offer that player, then you ain't got no choice but to let him walk. Like that's just too much money he wanted for what you got set up
He
in
de-
your budget.
he
You need
deserved it,
more than
but
one place.
I know one thing. I know Miami mad. They spent that money and they ain't got no. They don't even have a playoff record this year. I mean, that's all I'm saying. You would think they would do with the lineup that they got, the superstars that they supposedly got over there, from the quarterback to the running back to the receiver to a few on defense. They
Ain't
supposed to
no
have a better record than what they got.
ain't no superstars in Miami. Only one is Tyreek Hill. He and that depends on somebody get the ball to him. But ain't no
What you
superstars in
mean?
Miami.
They got superstar running back and quarterback. And they got
What
Jalen Waddle over there. What you mean? Jalen Waddle is the receiver. They got
Only thing their
Tua is the
quarterback know is
quarterback.
concussion. He
ain't no
all he knows is
superstars.
concussion.
Hey, ain't no
That's all
superstars
he
in
know.
Miami. Stop playing.
He need to
Ain't no
go
Man,
and
superstars
retire.
in Miami. It's just
when
it's
you
just
when
Tyreek
you
Hill.
when
You
you a
the
Heisman winner, you consider a superstar going in on a team.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
Tyreek.
He's just good in
Yeah,
college.
you
He's just good in college.
every college that done won every college player that done won Heisman trophy come in the league being a superstar.
Tyreek
No,
Hill traded
I
him.
don't
no,
care what you say.
no.
Now
Charlie Ward.
after that
Hey,
first or
Charlie Ward.
second year,
Hey, you ever heard of Charlie Ward? You ever heard of Charlie Ward play point guard for the New York Knicks?
Basketball, man. He played.
You ever heard of
that's
Charlie Ward?
basketball. I'm talking about football. You talking about basketball. I'm talking about football.
He
He
talking
ain't
about
got no
football,
Heisman trophy.
and I'm talking
Yeah, I
about.
know.
He said a Heisman
Heisman,
Trophy.
play
He said a Heisman
basketball.
Trophy. He said a Heisman Trophy goes into the NFL as a superstar. And I asked him, does he know Charlie Ward? And y'all talking about now we talking about basketball, right? Because Charlie Ward won the damn Heisman for Florida State playing football, and he went to the NBA because NFL didn't want to draft him because he was too short. Goddamn it, and he was black playing quarterback. All right,
Oh
Tim
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Tebow.
yeah, 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 yeah. I
Yeah,
know,
That
yeah,
don't make
yeah.
yeah.
no.
So,
I
so,
know.
so
How
I'm
it's
getting
crazy.
twisted.
How
They
the
didn't even
NFL,
draft him.
NBA draft him because he was tall enough to play in the NBA, and you saying the
They thought
No,
NFL
he was gonna get hurt. They thought he was gonna get
no.
hurt because he was too little playing in the NFL.
tall enough to
But
play
come
in the
on,
NBA? Look
the
here though.
man won a Heisman. The man won a Heisman.
Let me ask you.
But he didn't play in the NFL is what I'm saying. So he don't come in. He's not considered a star. Every
Who
person,
that?
like I said, the
Who
question
that?
was every person
They
that's
didn't
been a
want him.
Hey,
Heisman
who
playing
that?
NFL,
Who that?
playing college,
Who that
came
saying
in the
that defense
NFL. They were
say?
superstars.
Yeah.
Jalen Waddle is considered a superstar wide receiver. He
So
got he
Based
got
No,
on
he
what?
sir.
has
No, sir.
jerseys. He got jerseys.
No, sir.
Based on what? Based on what?
He's not a superstar.
He has jerseys. He sells jerseys. If
He,
they
he,
got a
he got
jersey,
children.
if they got a jersey and sold them a star, they consider a superstar. All of they players, like I said, they got superstar players over there. They just ain't doing nothing.
Superstar,
I,
sir,
I
is
beg, yeah, I beg to differ if they got superstars. You know, they,
superstar wide receivers is niggas that I don't care if you got 50 niggas on the whole team is on this nigga here. He still put up 100 yards, 100 touchdowns, or you know what I'm saying, 10, 20 touchdowns a year. You know what I'm saying, 100
This
catches.
the franchise player. We don't know. I don't nobody doing that. I'm just saying he's a franchise. They all franchise players, is what I'm telling you.
No, no, they ain't. They just run the
They
mill
franchise.
football players that
If
that
you
did
sell, if you
something.
selling jerseys, if you selling jerseys after it's sold, you a franchise player. So you telling me McNabb wasn't no franchise player then? McNabb,
You compare,
McNabb. I
you
mean
compare,
McNabb.
you
He
you,
had
you
a
compare,
jersey, wasn't he? He had a
you compare
jersey, didn't he?
McNabb,
But he ain't
you
win no
compare,
ring.
you
He
comparing
ain't win no
McNabb.
ring.
Hey, you
No,
comparing McNabb to Waddle? Are you
no,
comparing McNabb to Waddle?
I'm comparing it to what you saying.
No,
I'm,
you comparing in your mind Waddle as a superstar to McNair, who was. So don't do that. No, don't do that.
I mean, McNabb didn't win no Heisman Trophy.
Nigga, he was in
McNabb
a
didn't win
Came
no
he
rings.
came
McNabb
Hey,
he
didn't win
came
no
out the
rings
SWAC.
in college.
He
he
came
came
out
out
the
the
Didn't
SWAC.
win
SWAC.
no rings.
They were not gonna
He
give him
was
the
number
SWAC
three.
player.
He was number two. I'm sorry, in the Heisman vote. He was number two. He was at New York. It don't
Didn't
matter.
win
He
no
went to a
rings in
good
college.
school.
Didn't win no rings in
Waddle went to
college.
school. Waddle went to Alabama. That's what Waddle went to.
And won rings.
hey,
And won rings.
look here, fellas. Look here, fellas. Let's let AJ he got a take he want to give, and then also, man, I'm gonna pose a question to y'all, man. Let's bring it back to to this year's season, and let's talk about this season, and I'll ask you guys who y'all think gonna get the Super Bowl this year, or something like that. But go ahead, AJ. Where you at, AJ? You had your hand raised, man.
I'm here. Of course, this is sports, guys, but I just wanted to mention the NBA as well. Meaning, how about them Lakers, the Lake Show? How about they son running to the G League? How about Philadelphia? Who was it? The last team he played on? Philadelphia slander of Paul George. How about Cat in New York City, New York Knicks doing their damn thing? How about we got the undefeated Cavaliers, guys? Come on now, they ain't got nobody but who they got? They got one small guy. He is that guy. Don't get that misunderstood.
They got
But
Spider. What you mean?
they got that one guy. He is that guy now. Don't get me misunderstood. But how about them
They
boys
got a good
undefeated?
team. They got Garland. They got and
And
that big.
how about the
Thank
young
you,
boys
MJ.
in OKC doing their damn thing once again, man? Them guys is brand new in the league and they still undefeated, man.
They 8-2, but they good this year. You're right. They 8-2 though.
Yeah. But no, they just slept on the Cavaliers. Just slept on, man. They got a good team. They done had a good team for years, man. They should be doing what they doing. But you're right about New York, man. That's everybody want to see what that's gonna be like this year. But
I
it's New
feel
York.
like that was a great move, MJ. I feel
It's
like that was,
New York, so people kind of look at New York like they look at Dallas. Oh man, they gonna have a good season, but they ain't gonna do shit in the playoffs. That just is what it is. They far in the playoffs, and then like you said, Paul George and whoever else you spoke about, man, ain't nobody studying Paul George, man. You know what I'm saying?
it's
Ain't
Philadelphia. They're slandering his name.
reason why
They're
nobody
slandering.
studying, he don't do what he's supposed to do in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? You got certain players who don't step it up in the playoffs. He been one of them players. Him, James Harden, them type players, man. Play real good in the regular playoffs.
Hey,
The Clippers are doing much better without Paul George, though I might add.
Yeah.
hey,
But
right now
go ahead.
the 46ers and the Bucks, if they got this playoff shit going, they only got two games they both won. Right now the Cavs, 11-0, Celtics 9-2, and the rest of the damn East is 5 games as far as wins and 5 games lost or more.
He's trying to take over, Professor. They trying to take over, Professor.
You know what I'm saying? The East looking real weak. Everybody in the same boat. Only two
Um,
teams that are separated. That's the Celtics and the Cavaliers. I mean, the Celtics and Cavaliers so far have separated from the pack.
I seen something in the critics guys where Giannis of the Milwaukee Bucks is slandering his teammates or teams, screaming out, "Hey, if you don't want to be here, you don't have to be here."
Yeah,
And
I
they're
heard.
saying that Giannis is they don't trust Giannis anymore. Everywhere you look, you see pictures of Giannis with a different jersey on.
Now I don't know if this is true or not, man, but my old lady said that Giannis was either got traded or finna get traded to Brooklyn. I don't know. That must have been fake what she saw, because I don't believe that one.
Yeah, I don't believe that one either. Maybe you never know in these today's critics, but you never know.
Yeah, that might have been
Well,
fake.
the Bucks ain't winning right now. They in last place, so I can see. I mean, the Nets in seventh place. I mean, it really wouldn't matter. All of them in the playoff bunch.
And guys, let's give a round of applause to Ben Simmons. Juicing NBA out of money for years, and they finally got him on the floor, guys. Let's give him a round of applause. You know, we want to see everybody, doing their thing, yada yada whoop the woo, but he still suck. It don't even matter. He still suck. He need to go out some more again. And go out for another.
Who's he playing for?
He playing for the Brooklyn Nets.
Okay, yeah, I'm looking at stats.
Brooklyn Nets, and he still ain't doing a damn thing. And that boy was cold, y'all. I mean, he wasn't y'all that, but he contributed in his own way.
He putting up 6 points, 6 rebounds, and 6 assists, and
And how
62%
many minutes he
from the
got,
floor.
Professor? How many minutes he got a game, Professor?
Let me see what he got for a game. Well, game one, he had no playing time. 27. He putting in about 24 minutes if he playing. 24.9.
And all you can get up is 6 points. I guess that's why Bronny James had to go to the G League. Speaking of Bronny James, guys, he is selling out the G League tickets. They was 200 a pop, and he sold out. And then on top of that, he gets to the G League and only scores 6 points. He went 2 for 10. I forgot the percentage, but I know it was 2 for 10. Lordy, good Lord. He said it himself, guys. The only reason he was in that position was because of his pops.
Yeah, of course, man. Of course, we know it. And his pops did what he had to do, man. His pops did what he had to do. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't want to really say what I really want to say. Fuck it, I said.
Say
Man,
it, MJ. Say it.
man, hey, look, the man trying to be the GOAT. He doing whatever he want to do. Anything he can do to do something that Michael Jordan has done, he gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? But he just can't do it, man. I think far as he gonna reach is where he been. So it's all good, man. Keep aspiring to be the greatest, but that's something he'll never reach.
One more thing before somebody else go. One more thing. That tall man, that tower guy that's in San Antonio, he is doing his damn thing. Chris Paul is really opening up his game and showing him that you are the untamable beast the NBA has been looking for.
Wimbenyama, that's his name.
Wimbenyana. That man had 7 blocks one game. We ain't had this since David Robinson, guys.
I mean, look how tall he is, man. It's easy. All he need to do is have some kind of, hops, and he can do it.
And I read something in the critics guys
See,
where
see the problem is, got
He can
nobody.
handle the rock. He can handle the rock, and he can shoot.
yeah, he can, Professor, yeah.
Vince, Jordan, or even young LeBron in the league right now. Well, I guess my boy Ant-Man might dunk on him. But we need somebody to dunk on 7-footers. We used to have guys that would dunk on 7-footers and didn't care about them trying to block them. We need one of them guys in the league. Ant-Man might be the only guy I think they can do it now. You got a couple
You said
guys.
LeBron. You said LeBron James can't dunk on a 7-footer.
I said young LeBron, bro. Are you listening? I said young
Yeah,
LeBron.
I just want to make sure we were right now. You said LeBron,
no,
LeBron James can't dunk on a 7-footer right
I'm
now.
with you.
Nah,
I don't tolerate no LeBron
I
slander
didn't.
either, Professor.
I ain't
I'm with
say
you.
that, but
Get on it.
I wouldn't want him to be trying it right now. The man might get hurt, man. The man old, bro. He probably
He's
can do it
definitely
right.
going to
So
get
he's
hurt.
brittle.
He's declining, guys. He gets
He's
declining.
a brittle. He's a brittle ass nigga. Is what you're saying. Somebody he
He
gonna be out there goddamn winning
but I'm saying
championship.
what I mean, like a highlight dunk over a 7-footer, man. That's all I'm talking about, man. I
He's
ain't talking
declining.
about. I
I
ain't talking
know.
about ability
One
to.
game he scored a total of 6 points. He's declining, guys. It just is what it is.
Yeah, he need to sit down.
Yeah.
He played it last year so he can have his son play on the same team with him to make a history that never been done before.
But on the Lakers, no guys, Anthony Davis is balling out of his mother freaking mind. That guy scored 30 something points almost every game. His average, look up his average right quick, Professor. But basically his average, he's averaging he's been tripling and doubling every game or every other game. He is showing why he should be the MVP of this league. Or is it because they have a new coach? They have a new way of thinking, showing the guys that hey, these should have been in the league the whole time. And LeBron James put on the Robin cap, the Robin coat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that could be part of it. But hey, fellas, let's
Hey,
let's
32
fellas,
points a game.
Professor,
Yeah,
and hey, let's let our other fellas and lady, if they want to speak on what we're talking about, let's go ahead and let them speak on it, man, because we're getting ready to wrap it up. You know what I'm saying? We're getting to that point where we actually a little bit over than what we usually do, but yeah, about an hour and a half. We'll make sure we done wrapped it up by then. So CJ and SG or even Clarissa, y'all got take y'all want to give out right quick. Let us know about like how you feeling about the NBA, or if you wanted to say something else about the NFL. Let's see if you can go, CJ. You there, CJ? Or even Spider. My bad, Spider. You there too, ain't you? That's Spider. Yeah, that's Spider.
Nah, I'm good.
Well, I just want to say, I ain't really the big sports aficionado, but that's a great take on these sports teams. You know what I mean?
You did it.
No.
No, that
But that was up.
if I can just take my last take, I just want to say, yeah, Trump's too big to rig, and that's the only thing I want to say. Shout out to all the MAGA out there. And shout out to the Democrats too. You know what I mean? For real, it's time to bring the country together. It ain't time. I didn't gloat it. So that's all I want to say.
MJ, you go ahead with your question, MJ. Who
Extending
go
olive
first?
branch.
Yep.
Yeah, hey, but yeah, fellas, man, we did our thing for tonight, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Everybody coming through for the night and talking about these sports and the election, man. Y'all already know how we do on the Just Talk Show. Y'all been with us this long, man. Like and subscribe, like my guy AJ always remind us. Also, y'all want to, y'all can donate to the Cash App, man. Just Talk Godcast. So it's been our show for the night, man. We appreciate y'all and Trump 2024. That's all I gotta say. Peace out to y'all, man. I appreciate everybody coming through tonight.
Too big to read. The world might be safe after all, man.
He only won because they not ready for a woman, like Clarissa said.
Especially not her.